Hey up YouTubers, it's Chris over at CMF. It's coming up to the end of the day now, Wednesday the 15th of March 2017, and I'm just bringing you a bit of a preview video before we split this one open. Basically, I've had a bit of a chat with the customer, and this 1998 YZ250, his friends bought it. This is a kind of a repeat business. We've done a KTM 525 engine for a previous customer recently on our page. If you want to go and check out my other videos, you'll come across it. You'll see the assessment video and they're going back together and etc. Right, but like I said, his mates bought this bike, 1998 YZ250, paid £1,300 for it, which is a lot of money, on the strength that the kid told him it's just had a full engine rebuild. He's fired it up last week and straight away his friend said, that's fucked. And it's coming here now, and I've only just started taking things off, and the cylinder is all the way through to aluminium. Look at that round the port there. This needed a replate 2 years ago, at least. That's been had a piston in, then another piston. And like I said, if this has just had an engine rebuild, I'm sorry, they don't look like that when they've just had an engine rebuild. Look, previous walls in cylinder head not removed, or corrosion in cylinder head, gaskets were siliconed in, reed petals, big gaps in them, see daylight straight through them. So you want the reeds. I started to pull the clutch out before. I think it comes out as one. No, it's separated now. If anything, it's probably had a set of clutch plates and the basket filed. If we have a look over here, now this is graph, this, because these billet baskets, they're not like your standard OEM ones. These are graph to get these done. So this has had a damn good filing. So the realist, oh, the Comrade as well, by the way, we all know that's not a brand new one. We can hear that coming up and down. So realistically, the engine rebuild that this has had, it's not been split apart. It's never had a set of mains or a conrod. It's definitely not had a new piston, and that cylinder's been like that for years. So the last man in this, which is probably the lad who sold this, has probably put a piston in 2 months before he sold it to the lad who's bought it, who sent it here. And he'd had 2 months out of it and thought, yeah, it's time to get rid of this piece of shit now, and look at the state of it. So the basket's all been filed down. And this looks like a billet basket, so it's probably going to want another one of them. And we've not even started to split it open yet. And here we are already. It looks like it's had a new clutch, and it looks like it's had a new piston, and it looks like he's had his 2 months worth of running out of them, and thought, right, now it's time to get shut of this bike. Look at the state of that. Fucking Cowboys. These young lads selling these bikes, you know what I mean, in motocross, oh yeah, it's just been done up, it's just had this, it's had fuck all. It's had fuck all. He's been in there, put a piston in it, a clutch, sold it this lad for 1,300 quid as it's had a full engine rebuild. Take note, this is not a fucking engine rebuild. Fucking Loctite all over, flywheel and flywheel nut. Them's definitely not new seals. So no, sorry, that's not been split apart. It's not had an engine rebuild. If anything, it's had the basket filed. It's had a 35 quid clutch in it, maybe, something like that. And it's had a cheap Mataka piston, by the way. Yeah, that's a Mataka. So them's about what, 40 quid, 45 quid. So the rebuild this has been about what, 2 hours in labour, an hour in labour, fannying around, used the same gaskets again, and about 70 quid in parts. Full engine rebuild, no problem. This is what they like on these Facebook groups. It's all just had an engine rebuild. Who sells a bike that's just had an engine rebuild these days? Come on. Unless it's got a piece of paper with it and a video like this on YouTube with a timed in date video like we do, it's not an engine rebuild, I'm sorry. Unless you can see what's going into this engine, it's not an engine rebuild. So if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, we're going to go ahead and get this split open. The customer's given me the go ahead. He wants obviously to see fully what's inside. He's paid a lot of money for this bike now. He feels like he's stuck with it. So we're going to go ahead and get this split open. But I just thought I'd bring you a quick preview of obviously all the bullshit I found already that's not an engine rebuild. And if you're interested in this sort of stuff, maybe have a look through my other videos. Some of them are shorter than others. Some of them are more interesting than others. The best ones to go for are probably the assessment videos, where you get to see what I'm looking at, what I'm failing, what I'm pulling up, little tips and tricks. So yeah, like I said, stick a like on the videos. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and it makes all this worthwhile doing. Thank you very much. I'm Chris at CMF.